Space travel has always been a tricky business, with scientists working around the clock, making sure everything runs smoothly with their creations.
Oh, wait till they tell you about the clock. Ryan White joins us live to tell us all about his latest film, Good Night Oppy. Oh my goodness, I sit before you a broken nerd. I watched it last night. I cried 3 times. 3 times. The first time I cried was in the opening credits, because you guys pull out and you makes Mars seem so far, it's so far away, and we get to see it, and it just made me cry.
It is. It's about hopefully some of those were happy tears, but it is about the best part of humanity coming together to do something incredible that was seen as impossible. And so it is a story of an adorable little rover traveling alone on a planet, but really she is an extension of ourselves. So I think those tears you're having are coming from the human emotions that we infuse into these rovers.
We couldn't help it, though. They look like they have little eyeballs at the top. It was so cute. Now, one of the things that struck me as I was watching this, I'm a big space guy myself. I used to be a space camp counselor in Huntsville. But one of the things that struck me, I didn't quite know beforehand that everybody had to sleep on a Mars schedule. So tell Tina a little bit about what the Mars schedule was like for these poor people working for NASA in this project.
Well, I'm from Georgia, so I went to space camp in Huntsville as well.
Maybe
and was
one
a
of my
massive
kids.
Space geek growing up. And yeah, so they had to live on what's called Mars time. So the Martian day is called a sol, and it's a little bit longer than an Earth day. And so, one day you might be starting work at a normal hour at 9 a.m. and then a month later you're starting work at 9 p.m. There was even one family where they both, the mother and the father, were working on this mission, and they moved the whole family, their kids as well, to Mars time, where they were nocturnal for half of the year. And so it led to an incredible amount of jet lag for these families. But it's the way, the rovers have to wake up at the same time every morning. It's just like having a kid and have to go to bed at the same time. And so the parents back on Earth have to keep them on that schedule.
That was wild. That was wild to watch them kind of go through that. Another thing that I really enjoyed, and once again, I really enjoyed this documentary. People at home, you've got to watch this. It's on Amazon Prime. One of the things, too, was just watching super smart people with passion problem solve, like constantly problem solve. It was fascinating.
Yeah, and it's about time nerds are treated like rock stars.
Right.
So as a space geek myself, these to me are my heroes, and so to get to make a film about these people where you can celebrate nerdiness and you can celebrate being talented at math and science. And we were very conscious in making the film that kids would be able to watch it and that families can watch this film together. And these are people from all over the world. This isn't just Americans working on these missions. And so we wanted young people out there, wherever they are in the world, to hopefully see their face represented somehow in this film and the adults that we included, And so if you're a little girl in India right now and you see Vandy Verma, who's one of the head of robotics at NASA, and she drives a rover every day on Mars, and think like, why can't I also do that myself if she was able to do that?
That's right. Why can't you? Yeah, somebody out there is going to be watching this movie. They're going to be working for NASA one day. Right, thanks so much for doing this movie and joining us this morning to talk about it. And seriously, it turned out great. And it was well worth the tears last night.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good night, Oppy.